Jai Bharat to all students. In last lecture, we have discussed types of organization. Main two types, formal and informal. Okay, and formal organization we have discussed what is formal organization, what are the natures of formal organization, then advantages and disadvantages. And also informal organization we have discussed definition, nature and its advantages and disadvantages. And in last, what are the difference between formal and informal organization, that we have discussed in the last lecture. So now in this today's lecture we will start with a new topic, which is departmentalization and span of control, some basics of span of control. Okay, so what is first of all, what is departmentalization? Okay, as a word say, department means there is a one department is there. Okay, means if you talk about college, okay, so diploma, btech, in which also we have different departments, civil, computer, electrical, mechanical, like this. Okay, so there are a different department is there. Okay, so a group of people which make the different department. Also if you talk about company, the in which we have department of sales department, customer service department, product department. Okay, so these are the various department. Okay, so that we have to discuss in these types of departmentalization and different types of departmentalization method. Okay, so what is first of all departmentalization? A department is a unique group of resources established by management or top authority to perform some organizational task. Okay, say let's say service or a product. Okay, so top manager identify some group of people in and transfer them into service department, okay, or product department to complete our product in time. Okay, yes, to complete in our sales department. Okay, so it's a unique group of resources established by my manager or management or top management to perform some organization task. Okay, so this process of establishing department within the management system is called departmentalization. Simple. Okay, so there are different departments: sales, service, product, finance. Okay, so these are identify the group of people in this all the department. So this system of management is called departmentalization. Okay, it refers to the process of grouping activity into a department. Okay, grouping activity into different department. Okay, division of labor creates specialists who need coordination. Okay, so let's say a product in which we have supervisor, then worker, then labor. Okay, so labor required a order. Okay, they will need a coordination. Okay, so this coordination is facilitated by grouping specialists together in the department. Means in product department one or two specialists is there which will give the order to their worker and labor. Okay, because labor do not have proper knowledge about what task or what work should be given or order. Okay, so in any department we have one or two specialization is also there. Okay, so that specialist will give order or direction to the worker or labor. Okay, division of labor or specialization is the specialization of cooperative labor in the specific circumscribed by task and roles. Okay, so department is given or grouping by the task or roles, okay, intended to increase the productivity of labor. Okay, for certain tasks or roles or interests, we have given divided into a group, and so that they will increase the productivity or increase the growth. Okay, so this is a departmentalization. So coordination is the act of coordinating, making different people or things work together for a goal of effect. Okay, if there are 10 workers in a one group, so we have given the different tasks to the worker, so they will make our group will together accomplish our goal or complete a task. Okay, so after reviewing the plans, usually the first step in the organization process is a department. How many department are there? How workers should classify into different department. Okay, so once the jobs have been classified through the work specialization, they are grouped, so those common tasks can be coordinated. Okay, sales person will be given into the sales department. One specialist is there, so they have grouped for the common task. Okay, and department is the basis on which work or individual are grouped into manageable unit. Okay, now there are 5 traditional method for grouping various work activity. In 2 or 3 types we already discussed in previous lecture. Okay, types of organization structure, line staff, okay, matrix. Okay, this we already discussed, but this is types of departmentalization. Okay, so there are 5 traditional method is there. First is departmentalization by function, second is by product, third is by geographical regions, fourth is by matrix process, and last fifth by customer. Okay, department by customer. Okay, so there are basically traditional way there are 5 types of departmentalization by different worker by function, product, and region. Okay, okay, function, we already have discussed types of organization based on function, so this is also a departmentalization by function is work. Okay, there are a main president or a CEO of any organization. Okay, in which in bottom we have vice president of research and development, R&D department, vice president of marketing department. Okay, president of production, vice president of finance, vice president of human resources. This is a function. Okay, we already know function means it's work. Okay, finance is a one types of function, production. Okay, so we have group of people based on their function, which work should they carry out. Okay, so R&D department, marketing department, production, finance, human resources, and which vice president they have marketing team, R&D team, production team, worker employee, financial team. Okay, human resources team, HR department. Okay, so this is a departmentalization by function, which works they have carried out. Okay, first functional departmentalization. Okay, next product department, we already discussed in types of organized structure, how product is work. Okay, so let's say CEO or president, in which in bottom they have 2 vice president, one is for hardware, one is for software based. Okay, one for hardware and one is for software based, in which then we have different department, R&D, production, and marketing. Okay, we have difference from function and product is we have add 2 vice president in between, hardware and software. Then we have R&D, production, and marketing department. In software also we have R&D, production, and marketing department. Okay, so now this product department we from each have two R&D department, two production department, two marketing department. This is a difference from the functional department. This is a product departmentalization, okay, based on product which they have produced. Or you can use the computer and phone example of computer, okay. One department is computer, then R&D, production and marketing. One department is for production of phone, okay. So it's a department by product, okay, not by function. Next, a geographical department. Geographic means location, okay. So simply president and CEO have bottom as a vice president of west region, midwest region and east coast region, and then we have a marketing and production department, finance department, just like that, okay, based on location, okay. Let's say take example of McD or Lapino's or Burger King, okay. It's a all over the world, okay. So they have make the department based on geographic, okay. In India also have different state, different state have a different city, okay, like that, okay. So department lies based on location, geographic location. So it's called geographical departmentalization. Then matrix, we already discussed this matrix department, okay, in which matrix president and CEO are directly responsible for vice presidents of product planning, R&D department, marketing department and production, as well as it's a based on product, okay. So these all are the based on functional, we already functional, okay. So it's a mixing of function and production. These are the based on function and this is a based on product manager A, B and C. So it's a mixing of product and functional. These are the functional and these are the product, okay. It's a matrix departmentalization, okay. Now next and last, customer departmentalization, okay, based on customer, okay. So we have first a president and CEO at top, then vice president of industrial cell and vice president of government cell, okay. So basically let's say we have one product, in which one product we have to give the to the industrial as well as government also, okay. So first of all we have divide the two group into a based on customer. One is industrial sales and one is government sale, okay. So there are different government requirement, then we have to make that product based on government requirement and one for industrial requirement. So for customer use we have group two department, okay, for industrial sales and government. Then again industrial for marketing, production and finance also, marketing, production and finance also, okay. So based on customer, this is a customer departmentalization, okay. So now from the graph we have discussed 5 types of departmentalization: functional, product, geographic, matrix and last customer, okay. Easy topic, okay. Now what are the advantages of departmentalization, okay. The greatest advantages to this sort of departmentalization is that it allows for a specialization, as I said earlier, marketing specialization, production specialization, finance specialization. So people in the department are focused on one task and the manager can be expert in that part. Okay, let's say finance have the different teams, okay, of finance. Okay, so they have only have to work as a one task, and finance manager is a specialization in that department. Okay, head of department also you can say, which has experience and specializes. Okay, it's expert in that particular department. Okay, so it's a greatest advantage. A disadvantage means and greatest disadvantage of this type of departmentalization is that it isolate the department from the other part of process. Okay, let's this we have now six department. Okay, now six department also have staff. Okay, so this staff does these people, a person does not know about all the people or all the work in the one organization. Okay, it's only works in the one department. Okay, so it's isolate means remove, okay, from the other parts of the organization. Okay, so it's a some of disadvantages. Okay, next span of control. New topic, span of control. What is span of control? Okay, the concept of span of control was developed in the UK in 1992 by Sir Ian Hamilton. Okay. Span of control, also known as a span of management, is a human resources management term that refers to the number of subordinate. Okay, just we have to count the number of subordinate a supervisor can effectively manage. Okay, and let's say in my under there are 4 members or 5 members. Okay, so if I am going to manage 5 people or not, or 50 people or not. Okay, so in my under subordinate, how many subordinates is there, number of subordinate. Okay, I can manage. It's called span of control or span of management. Okay, so span of control is the number of people who report to one manager. Okay, number of people who report to only one manager in a hierarchy. Okay, let's say CEO, manager, supervisor. Okay, then different there are two to three supervisor. Okay, I will type only one. Okay, then department head. Okay, so and department head, how many staff is there? 4, 5, 6. These 4 people only give the report to the only department head, and these 3 department head only give the report to the supervisor. Okay, so just we have to count the number of people who report to the one manager. Okay, so the more people under the control of one manager, the wider the span of control. Let's say this supervisor this department has a uh, 100 worker. Okay, so 100 worker they have to manage. Okay, so more people under the control of one manager, the wider the span of control. Wider the span of control. Less means narrower the span of control. Span of control is widely employed in a large organization like the military and government agency. Also, span of control refers to the area in which a particular person or manager has a direct influence over, or which can give the order or directing to the one. Okay, and whose responsibility the area comes under. Okay, Now different types of span control are there. Structure in any organization first to the reporting relationship between employee. Okay, so this relation can be shown in the graphic from via an organization chart like this. Okay, so this is a CEO. Different types of vice president is there. Then in which vice president have staff, different staff is there. Okay, so this organization chart displays the reporting relationship between different staff member. Now as you can see that the span control of the CEO is 3. Why? Because we have 3 vice president. Okay, uh, 3 number of people is reporting directly to the CEO. Okay, now this vice president A has a span of control 2. This B also have a 2, and this vice president C has a span of control 3. And this chart has a 3 layer, one CEO, second and third layer. 3 layer means, okay, so layer means this is a number of different position in the reporting structure from the bottom row to the top position. Okay, bottom row to the top position. How many position are there? Vice president, supervisor, department head. These are the different layer. Okay, this from figure they have given there are 3 layers in the chart. Okay, so now different types of span of control is first is flat structure. Okay, then tall and narrow structure. Okay, there are 2 types of span of control which we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, so in today's lecture we have discussed what is departmentalization. Okay, then we have discussed 5 types of departmentalization, which is first is departmentalization by function, by product, by geographical region, by matrix process, and last by customer. And we discussed with the help of graph, so we can get the better idea, visualization. Okay, functional departmentalization, product departmentalization, geographical location departmentalization, matrix departmentalization, and customer departmentalization. Then advantages and disadvantages. Then we have discussed span of control. What is span of control? Definition and some important topic. Okay, types of span control, we have 2 types, flat and narrow. Okay, which we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, in this chart we have 3 different layer, bottom to top, and CEO have a span of control as a 3 vice president is directly reporting to the one CEO, and this A vice president has 2 span of control. This B also have 2 span of control, and this C vice president also have they have 3 span of control. Span of control basically means number of people directly reporting to the one manager. Okay, now this is your assignment question, short note on departmentalization. Only you have to draw figure chart of 5 different types of organization. Then span of control means only definition and that last chart. Okay, write it down in your book and upload it in your RNWIET application for attendance purpose. So now today's lecture is completed.